Hey everyone, Cory Muscara here with Mindfulness.com. In this week's newsletter, I am going to share 3 simple mindfulness and relaxation tips that you can use that don't take more than about 30 seconds. So let's get into it. The first is a very simple exercise called Take 5, which I suggest that we try doing this together. It involves taking out your left hand and holding it in front of you like you were holding a pizza pie. I'm going to hold it out here just so you can see. And you take your right hand and you place it in the palm of your hand so it look like this. Now what we're going to do is slide the pointer finger up the thumb, and as we're doing that, we're going to breathe in through the nose. So sliding up, breathing in. Slide back down, exhale through the mouth. Up the pointer finger in through the nose. Back down, exhale. Up the middle finger, inhale. Back down. Ring. Down. And then pinky. Back down. Cool. So that's take 5. Very simple. Doesn't take more than about 20 to 30 seconds. And there's something about the tactile nature of this, sliding the finger against the hand and aligning that with the breath, that really seems to engage the parasympathetic nervous system, helps the nervous system settle. And it's not like you do this and then all of your stress goes away, but it can help mitigate that stress by about 5 to 10%, which can actually be substantial when we find ourselves just a little over our threshold. This is something that you can teach to kids. If you're an adult, and most likely if you're listening to this, you're an adult, it's something that you can utilize as well while you're at work, at the beginning of the day, in moments where you do feel overwhelmed. Just take 5. You can do it multiple times. If you're feeling really ambitious, do take 10, do it on the other side. And it tends to be one of those really simple but sticky exercises that people come back to over and over and over. So that's the first one, take 5. The next is more of a cognitive hack, and I call it shifting your what ifs to what is. So all of us are familiar with the what if mind. This is the mind that gets caught up in, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if they don't like me? What if I fail? What if, what if, what if? Sometimes the what if mind, of course, can be useful. Helps us prepare, think about the future, take necessary action. But a lot of times the what if mind is just causing extra anxiety, and it's not actually serving us in a positive way. So when that happens, my encouragement is to shift your what ifs to what is. What if to what is. So what does it mean to drop into what is? Well, this is basically the heart of mindfulness practice. Really attuning to what is actually here right now. Not the story of my mind, not the what ifs of what could be here or what could happen. What is actually here in this moment? For me, I'm looking at a screen. There's a roof over my head. I feel my feet grounded on the floor. I can feel my body breathing. I feel a little bit of tension in my throat region. When I drop into the actual reality of what's here, separate from the story that could be compounding the stress, often what you'll see, and what I'm seeing right now, is that this moment is a little less of a catastrophe than my mind could make it out to be. And we could all whip ourselves up into a frenzy by getting caught in the thoughts about how long this might last, what if this continues, what if I fail. And as I said, I'm not completely dismissing the role of the what if mind. It often has a lot of utility. But part of developing the capacity to be with life and very complicated minds is to be able to see when that's serving us and when it's not serving us. And when it's not serving us, practice shifting what if to what is here. And usually what you'll see is that this moment is a little less of a catastrophe than the mind is making it out to be. So that's another one you could try out, shifting what ifs to what is. And then the third is a very simple breathing exercise created by Dr. Andrew Weil. It's called the 4-7-8 breathing technique. And what this involves is breathing in for 4 seconds, holding for 7 seconds, and exhaling for 8 seconds. So let's try this one out together. Breathing in for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. 4, 7, 8 breath. Now, sometimes it can feel hard to hold the breath for 7 seconds. You'll usually get used to that with some practice, but it can feel especially hard to exhale for 8 seconds. We start exhaling, we go, and then the breath is gone after a couple seconds. So we do have to do some constriction of the airways to elongate the breath. One way to do that is imagine that you're blowing hot air on a cold window like this. And then just close the lips. It should sound something like this. Almost like the sound of an ocean. This will constrict the airways and it will allow you to elongate the breath for at least 8 seconds, but often more, 15, 20. And you could even do it up to a minute when you get really good at that. So let's try it one more time, just doing that exhale pattern. So let's breathe in for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. That's a 4, 7, 8 breath. It can be really useful when you're settling down and lowering your resting heart rate before bed. Very useful for falling asleep, but also those moments where you just feel yourself a little overwhelmed. Maybe there's some anxiety in the system. The mind might be thinking about difficult things. It serves as both a nervous system relaxation technique, but also helps center your attention when you bring your awareness to that breath. So it's a mindfulness and a relaxation technique. So those are your 3 techniques for this week. Take 5, shifting what if to what is, and the 4, 7, 8 breath. Try these out, see how they work. If you find one that you like, share it with other people. And if you know people who would like to get tips like this each week, have them subscribe to this newsletter. And if you'd like more support and guided meditations, other ideas, tips, strategies, you can join us in the mindfulness.com app. There is a whole library of resources just like this that are designed to help you support your own mental well-being and your own emotional health. So hope to see you in there. Thank you for your practice. Talk to you next week. And until then, take care.